What's up, YouTube? ZTAY, aka Lil Red. Western Conference Finals. I watched a lot of the game, I'm not gonna lie, but time to break it down. Already a lot of trash talk after this one, revolving around Shai and the whistle, so we'll try to look what happened in this one. Going under! Make a pay! I want to know what you guys think about Shai and this whistle. I thought that was the same play. I mean, the same highlight, but it's the same play being ran again. They're going under for a second time, and Jaden got another one. Got the switch on the Chet. Walk him down. Step back. There it is. Nostril. Well, I am excited for this series, though. In and out all the way. Good pass. Shai puts a lot of pressure in transition. If you guys haven't checked out my Shai is Unguardable video, go check it out.
A lot of versatility in their roster. Can play big,
oh my goodness. Shai's guarding Julius Randle? With this lineup in. This is the death lineup, kind of, but Mike Conley's in. Where they're 5-out spacing. They just keep handing the ball off and praying a switch doesn't work. Now we got Ant in the post. Man, you just can't post the Oklahoma City Thunder. We've seen it. If Jokic has trouble, give me that with it, then any team's going to have trouble with it. Going under! Make a pay! This is what they spammed, bro. This is what the Timberwolves didn't have an answer for. Mismatch hunting, right? In transition, pistol dribble action into a flare screen, more specifically right here. And what does Casey Wallace do? He sees the way Jaden is guarding him, so he's gonna flip the screen, and Shai gets to the middle, gets Nas read on him. That's what he wants. With the spin, with the right hand. Ugh. Trying to get the switch on the J-Dub. Randall got it. Now he's going fast. You just can't post up the Thunder. That is Isaiah Hartenstein, who got the switch on a Mike Conley. As soon as he turns his head, he's blitzing him and getting the steal. That's ridiculous. Kaysen pushing the pace. Kaysen lob it up.
Very difficult.
Jaden kick to the corner.
Randall gets a good look from the corner.
Randall. I believe they scored exactly on that same type of. Oh, shit. Step back. Ugh. See the gap that Randall's playing with? Yeah, here's the same thing, I think, for DiVincenzo. No. Another steal. This team is ridiculous on defense. What even happened here? Casey Wallace is chasing over the top of this pick and pop. And then, great closeout by Chet. And the big man gets his hands in there and steals it. That's ridiculous. J-Dub's always outrunning everybody. Post up for Nas Reed. Yeah, this is the same thing I seen earlier, because they're going to load up. Good off-ball screen by Alexander Walker. Got Jalen Clark in the game. He started a lot during the regular season, but didn't play at all really during the playoffs. Isaiah Joe can't help off him. Because guess what? Shai didn't even use the screen. He just got by the defender, lulled him to sleep. And now the defense, it turns into a strong help situation, and they're cooked when Isaiah Joe's the one being helped off of. All right, second quarter, 2-point game. Lob it. Ah! But again, what starts it off? It's a pistol set dribble action right here. DiVincenzo's going to try to jump the screen because they don't want this switch to happen. It's the only reason they're setting these pistol sets, right? And a pistol set is basically when all three guys are on one side of the floor and it's an empty action in transition, right? You could keep it. Dribble it. They're going to flip it every time when DiVincenzo's blitzing. Look, he's trying not to let him use the screen quickly, and then you got a slip happening behind it. That's tough. That's chemistry. Staying attached to Gobert? No, they're in the drop. Good ball movement. Randall, three. Randall, and down. And down. DiVincenzo? Yeah, they're helping a lot from the low side, especially off Alexander Walker. This don't really make sense because you're fully committing here. This should be the rotator here. At least try to play both at the same time, and they're both gambling. So that don't make sense to me at all. So miscommunication by Caruso and Wiggins right there. And I think Caruso is owning up to it. Got a post up, ISO on the wing. They're loading up with Chet. Doesn't matter. 4-point game, 5 minutes left. Randall got, oh my God, that's a three. And then they went exactly back to that pistol action, but they cut away. It's tough. Double drag. Got a switch on the end, and then they have the built-in. Oh my God. This is just absolutely beautiful. They are mismatch hunting exactly what they want with Gobert. And they know that he's going to be far dropped off, so they're going to go set a flare screen for Case Wallace. Not even a flare screen. He's just literally setting an off-ball screen for Case Wallace because Jaden didn't want to give up the switch, which you should give up the switch because it's Anthony Edwards, who I believe was in foul trouble at the time. Good flip screen by Jaden. That's a 3. Full court pressure. Comes a flat ghost screen. But again, it's just Shea. Give me that. Never mind. Jaden said no. Shea? Oh, man. I have no idea why Julius Randle is helping right there. That doesn't make sense. Jada for 3. Oh, good reject. Strong side help by Chet. Bad decision. Jaden pull up midi. Damn. Damn. Okay. All right, here we go. The first questionable call. All right. A lot of stuff happens on this play, though. Number one, they are up on this screen while he's having a free slip, and they're letting Gobert play too. So that's number one, right? He's going to literally back it up, pause, and go against Jaden one-on-one with 2 centers in the paint. And he's going to hit him with a nice tween into the step back. And I'm still trying to figure out where the foul is. That I don't get at all. I don't understand how that was a foul, but okay. Maybe in the regular season, but it's the playoffs, bro. Good push shot. In my opinion, game 2, they'll call it a lot differently. Drop coverage. There you go, Ant. Ant snaked it. Trying to get the switch. Couldn't get it. Split the gap. Kick to the corner. Conley, they need it. Yes, sir. It's a 2-point game. Late third. J-Dub. Tough. One-on-one versus Cousins step, but like, how do you guard that? I don't know how you guard that because look, there's 2 people on one side and he's wide open. He don't even pass the ball. He tells him to clear out, go to the corner, so I got space to work with, and now both options are, he's able to go left and right. That's all this is doing. He gets right by him. Good defense, but then as soon as that happens, you hit a step back. He slid his feet and everything. He still hit him with a step back. And gets his own rebound. I don't get that. How do you let that happen? Shea's just doing it himself again. Posting up J-Dub. Nas Reed with a post up. I don't know about that. They haven't done that all season for real. Or all playoffs. Ball movement. Casing. Dribble penetration. Rip through. All the way. J-Dub. I know there's probably going to be a lot of people hating, so I'm going to try not to hate. Got right by him with the in-out. From Shea in transition. Here comes that pistol set. Got the switch on a Nas Reed, and then it's a late. Yeah, it's. And I know you're going to see Kenrich Williams getting a big 3 right here, but again, it's the same exact set in transition. If you guys watch my breakdown I did earlier in the year, they've been doing it all year. Okay, going to the empty set, they're hunting Nas Reed. They get Nas Reed on him. You pop, and now Ant's following with him because he wants him to go back to his man, and he does it too late. Rudy Gobert is not rotating on the perimeter. Kenrich Williams wide open 3. And now they're setting the flat screen. Oh my God, man. Again, here comes another flat screen when your screener is literally facing you. It's going to allow you to get straight downhill. It puts a lot of pressure on him because he could also pop off of this, so Gobert can't even help. That's the problem with flat screens. If you have a 5 that can spot up and protect the rim and get rebounds. That's why Chet's so valuable. Okay. All right, here we go with another questionable one. He didn't even use the screen. Again, he just rejects the screen. He's not even using these screens. He's just using these screens to get by. First step, he got by him. Now it's a good recovery. He's sliding. He is kind of leaning into him. But this is crazy because it's interesting to me. I'm not one to talk about the refs and everything. You guys know that. But the whole playoffs, especially the last series versus Denver and not even necessarily only Thunder, like they've been letting them play. And this game 1 was really like small little regular season fouls being called. This is probably a foul. He's late trying to slide on defense, and he leans into him. And then Shea gathers and goes up as soon as he feels the contact. That's technically a foul. But we haven't seen those calls being called in the playoffs this year. So that don't make sense to me how he's getting it. Don't matter. He made it anyways. It wouldn't have made a difference, but it's not going to make the casual viewer enjoy it, right? And that's what we want, right? We want to increase the viewership. So sure, game 2, they're not going to call that anymore. But I don't know if it makes a difference, though. Let's be honest. 32-18 third quarter scoring. All right, fourth quarter. Whoa. That's how we're starting it. Naz Reid just forcing it. Just forcing it. 6 seconds left. You do not have to take this. Trying to split through 2. Chet with a block. Good save, though. DiVincenzo. 3. Got to the shooter anyways. Oh, oh. You know what? I'm going to give respect to the OKC Thunder because remember what I said. You can't be stagnant against the Timberwolves, meaning you can't just mismatch hunt the entire game. You want to hunt Mike Conley. That's what you want to do. That's what they're doing. But they're adding a different element in having a Spain pick and roll with Wiggins being able to pop off of this because there's so much things that have to happen. Everybody's involved, even though they're still mismatch hunting. Beautiful pass by Cason Wallace, man. And Chet with a 3. They mismatch hunt, but they do it with sets. And that's why I love it. It's beautiful basketball. Lakers just didn't execute in their mismatch hunting. DiVincenzo trying to mismatch hunt. That's ridiculous, man. How does he even block that? He goes baseline, gets the first step, slides his feet, stays alive with his hand up, and swats the reverse. That's crazy. And it's a foul on DiVincenzo. Off the ghost. Wow. Wow. How did that? Okay. Cason Wallace being guarded by Mike Conley. So what does he do? He sets the screen, goes off of it. Probably didn't even set the screen. Trying to mismatch hunt. Exactly, right? You mismatch hunt. But then the Timberwolves are not switching. They refuse to put Mike Conley on him, so now he's late to recover. He attacks the closeout. Again, weak side comes. Look at the pass. Another one by Cason Wallace. That's another great pass by him. I'm really impressed with Cason. Here we go with that Spain action again. Yeah, I don't know how you guard it. I don't know how you guard it. And I know a lot of people are going to say, how is this not up and down in travel? It's because the angle looks bad, right? Because it looks like he left his feet, but that right foot, it's still planted on the floor. DiVincenzo's just in the way of his pivot. But this is Chet wanting it more than Julius Randle. Just going up and getting it. Chet had a really good game. Damn, see, okay. This is where I understand the frustration from certain people, right? Certain fans. Because on the other end, we're giving those regular season fouls for, Shea. And then on this end of the floor, they're not calling it. Lou Dort, right? He's grabbing. You can see right here, he has his hip hooked with his arm, and he's going to pull backwards. You're going to see it right here because Randall's going to fall. And it does that, and then the weak side, or the player behind him, is going to come steal the ball. That's a foul by Lou Dort that they don't call. But now here comes the ball movement. Transition offense. Shea gets that. You can't make it up. You literally can't make this up. And I think there's a lot of stuff going on in the NBA. Like, we're trying to create narratives. And who knows with Adam Silver. Like, the Mavericks getting the #1 pick in the draft nowadays. Luka's going to the Lakers. Giannis is going to go to a different... Who knows, right? But they got to stop. They got to even out. I don't know. As an unbiased fan, I just want to see a good series. I'm not really cheering for a team, but I definitely seen a bias with the fouls on one end versus the other. That being said, it's two different scenarios. One's in the post and one is on the drive when you beat your defenders. So maybe they're allowing more contact in the post. Who knows? Going under? Got right by him. It's so tough. The reason he's so open is because they're staying attached to the roller. Now they're allowing the switch to happen. And now, oh no. In my opinion, they have the team to switch everything. I don't understand why they switched everything versus Luka, but they're not switching versus Shea. And now they're trying to do it in the fourth quarter once the whole team got their rhythm going. In my opinion, you make Shea take 30 shots a game. You make him take 40 shots a game. Let him attack Randall and Naz Reid off the switches all game. Switch everything. Let him try to cook Mike Conley. Go for 500 points in a game. Stunt. rotate extra. You can't. Again, they're just overhelping. They're overhelping. Why are we coming with a stunt when this is Ant matched up with Shai? Let him guard him. Now I understand Shai's cooking everybody that's in front of him, but he's gonna do that. He's probably most likely the best player in the league, most valuable player in the league. I don't get that though, because you can't let them get going like that. We got a horn set, flare screen, slipped it off the switch, high post, step through, beautiful. Hunting Randall got the switch, see, and then they're coming back. See, I don't get this. I don't get this. Why are you coming back? Because there's so much stuff that can happen. Immediately you see Kaysen flashing up because the weak side's rotating. Now DiVincenzo's got to make a choice. Who am I going with right here? Great job by Caruso getting in the free throw circle. But you extra to the corner, or you just attack. Kaysen Wallace, throw it up. Ugh. But you just can't allow the switch. Let Randall guard Shai. Caruso with the three. Ugh. Laker on Laker cry. Yeah, Caruso's different in the playoffs. Double team Ant, turnover. Oh my God, what a save. Yeah, I stopped watching at this point because this is why. All right, the bench is in. I'm not watching it. Sorry. Rob Dillingham's in the game. Terrence Shannon's in the game. AJ Mitchell's probably in the game. A lot of players I enjoy watching, but Luka Garza, Josh Minot, Jalen Clark. All right, but let's get to the stats. And I know I saw the clip of them, of Ant and them laughing about the box score, about Shai's free throws. He had 14 free throws, right? Jada played great, but look at this. 1 for 11 from Naz Reid. And a lot of this was trying to post up. Don't post up, Naz Reid. Don't post up. Don't do that. DiVincenzo, 3 for 14. Alexander Walker, 3 for 14. These three guys are the X factors. Ant only took 13 shots. Jaden fouled out, like always. Randall had 5 turnovers, mostly from the post, but he played really good. Gobert only played 21 minutes in foul trouble early is what the coach said. And then the reason he didn't come back is because he wanted Naz Reid to stay in there. Naz Reid played horrible. And in my opinion, Gobert should have been in there. They're afraid of him getting mismatched on whatever. He should have been in there because Naz Reid had an awful game. On the other end, Shai literally is unguardable. He had 27 shot attempts. That's what you want, right? He didn't even make a 3. He got to the free throw line, 9 assists. J-Dub had 5 steals. And as a team, they had 13 of them. They forced a lot of turnovers. A lot of assists, 27 assists. A lot of that is because they're just not allowing the switch for some reason. And they're trying to double. And the Thunder are a great team. They have depth. They know how to play team basketball. Do not. Especially when they're at home. Especially when they're at home. Don't double Shai. Because the other guy's going to get going. You're going to get the crowd involved. OKC shot 52% from the three-point line, and they only took 21 attempts. While the Timberwolves shot 51 on 30% efficiency. But yeah, definitely do not think Shai getting calls is the reason the Thunder won. I think the reason the Thunder won is because the Timberwolves doubled Shai too much, didn't allow the switch, which is weird because they did not play like that versus the Lakers, and that's what won them the series. In my opinion, you got to play Shai straight up. I understand you don't want to get your players in foul trouble because he can do that. He literally got Jaden fouled out the game. That is a big story, right? We could talk about free throw numbers because I know if you take away all the free throw points, they're still winning. But that also means that Jaden would still be on the floor because he wouldn't be fouled out. A lot of questionable calls, but definitely that third quarter, Minnesota fell apart. They fell apart. And that's scary because that's what I thought was going to happen versus the Lakers. They would fall apart when things started getting bad. But guess what? The Thunder have that the Lakers don't. An amazing crowd that's actually loud, that wears their shirts every single night. And they got an entire team that knows how to play basketball, can move the ball. Anybody on the court can score. And on top of that, they have the best bench in the league with the MVP on their team. In my opinion, the Thunder hold the keys to their future, and they are the best team in the league, and they should win the NBA Finals. I'm just waiting to see, trying to find something that tells me that they're not ready, and I don't see it. In my opinion, the Thunder are ready to win the NBA Finals.